Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Simph, One CFO, Y Spaces, Credit Hero, Tiwala, Geek Genius, School Tech by Edfolio, and Red Circle Global. Check out their partners in the description.
Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, inspiring more Filipino entrepreneurs and innovators. So usually sa Startup Podcast PH, nag-interview tayong startup founders and medyo, hindi naman may script pero meron tayong guide questions. Kasi if mapansin nyo, pare-parehas yung line of questioning. Pero ngayon, meron tayong isang kwentuhan episode. So very random, walang script at all. Bahala na kung ano pag-uusapan.
Hindi mo nga binigay.
Ayoko talaga. Ayoko talaga.
Wala kang binigay na question.
At saka para mas creative or mas random ang mga lobas na thoughts, ideas, insights sa atin, meron tayo.
Ginusto mo yan ha. I'd like to address the people. Ginusto ni Johnny to, kapag kami, makakancel. It is.
Ginusto ko dapat gugustuhin ba ito ng mga nakikinig, ng mga subscribers ng Startup Podcast. Anyway, sige, game, pakilala tayo. Happy Hive. And by the way, tinuro ko kanina ni Rina. But actually, Happy Hive is a co-working space na may compliance services. Tsaka merong vision for a women-led, people-centered, safer workplaces. Tama, diba?
Oo.
Sige, kayo na mag-intro sa ano nga bang Happy Hive at sino nga ba ang...
Hi, I'm Rina. I'm the CEO of Happy Hive. And Happy Hive is almost there. Women-led, people-centered compliance for safer and safer or more inclusive workplaces. And I pass on to you.
Ayaw pa pakilala. Hi, I'm Jessica Roque. So, I'm the COO. So, ako yung planner. Other than the child of owner. Hindi naman pwedeng child of owner. Hindi, ako talaga yung owner, di ba? Ayun, ganun. So, ako yung taga-plano, taga-execute ng mga ideas ni Rina. ako yung taga-control sa CEO.
Yun pala
as
ang
always. That's the role of the COO. And then here, this is Iris, one of our co-owners.
Hello, I'm Iris. So I mainly do operations also, assisting Cheska. And also one of the departments focused on consulting. So yun yung ginagawa ko sa
Wait lang, so si OO ko kayo pareho?
COO siya yung
assistant CEO.
operations officer.
Okay.
In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Simph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit simph.co today.
Still filling out loan applications for your business? Yeah, thought so. Save your time. Grow your business. With Credit Hero, one online application gets you loan offers from multiple lenders. Apply for a business loan now. Visit credithero.com.
yes.
Anyway, ayun, actually, ngayon lang kasi nakapunta sa ganung co-working space na bahay siya. Bahay to dati na, tama? 3 floors. So, yung mga nakasanayan ko sa co-working space, parang medyo office talaga. Parang informal, the formal setting na nakasanayan ng mga corporate setting. Here, na-surprise ako nung tinuro ko ni Rina kanina. Very homey. For example, una ko napansin, yung nakasabit doon, hindi kita sa camera, nakasabit yung mga registration, ang tawag dyan, yung BIR permits ng mga businesses na naka-register dito under virtual office. Pero siguro una kong question, paano nagsimula yung idea na gawin itong business na to?
Business.
At saka yung buong concept.
Ano yan eh? Naku. Ang daming chismis involved dito.
Let's go. Kaya,
Sorry. Nakakaba. Don't make me
So, ganito yon.
so wish.
Ma'am, ganito yon. But basically, started the safer. Gusto mo ba yung safer? Kasi, ano,
Safer workplace. Safer tayo.
safer, inclusive workplace. So, we started Happy Hive with the goal of making ourselves, kasi when we started Happy Hive, we were mothers first. And we felt that going into traditional employment will not work for us. Kasi for me, I was clear on what I wanted. I wanted to be a full-time mother. But I also didn't want to let go of being an entrepreneur or being a worker. Traditionally kasi, ang usually ina-offer ng ating environment, ang ating working environment, it's either to be a full-time mother or to be a full-time
Actually,
worker.
true.
So, one or the other. And I refused to do that. I vehemently refused to do that. So, when we started Happy Hive, my son was around 1 year old and Cheska was pregnant. She was pregnant. She was pregnant and was about to conceive. Deliver. Not conceive. Deliver.
If I may ask, anong year? Okay naman.
2017.
27.
Hi, Ocean. So, 2 months before manganak si Cheska, like, Ches! So, nung nanganak si Cheska, like, we wanted, like, Ches, I wanted to have this company that will include me, that will not make me feel obsolete or will not set aside what I have to offer only because I am a mother. So, apparently, Cheska felt the same thing na, actually, I wanted to do the things that you've been doing. I wanted to be a full-on, hands-on mother and then a full-time worker as well. And she knew na doing both is impossible, almost impossible kapag corporate or like an employee because you don't have a handle sa time mo. Siguro nung time na yon, it appealed to her, but I would like to hear that part of the story, I guess, sa kanya as a podcast. Gusto kong yung side mo of that sa'yo manggaling.
Yeah, okay. Ayun. So, in-approach nga ako ni Rina and we were like, mention ko na rin, before that, we were in a construction company. No, we had our own, we had our own construction company. Alam mo naman yung parang,
Pero magkasama kayo?
yeah.
Okay.
So, I was an owner there. Kasi architect, assistant ako eh. Architect na ako nun.
Okay.
Architect kami ni Iris, by the way. So, that was our company before. We were design and build, right? And then, nandun kami na sobrang stressful. As in, nagka-government projects kami. And alam mo naman kung gaano kadumi yun, di ba? So, nandun kami, feeling namin, ang team na ng budhi namin. And then, nag-exit kami sa company na yun. Kasi, buntis na ako, I cannot anymore. Yung, parang hindi ko na na-enjoy yung pagiging architect ko. Kasi sobrang stress, no? Dealing with construction and all these people, no? So, yun yung so parang, okay, magbe-break muna ako. Manganak muna ako, and then we'll see. And then, bago ako manganak, si Rina, tara, let's do something, ganyan.
Hindi pa nga
Oo nga.
That's very easy.
Pero at that time, this was already my second child. So, si Rina, she already has a first. And then, this is my second. And since mother na ako, I already knew how difficult it is. No? So, I ran that previous company with a son and a partner. Hindi ko pa husband. Ngayon, husband ko na. I do, girl. Shout out dyan sa taas. Literally, nasa taas sa kwarto. Ayan. So, hindi pa siya, hindi. Husband ko na pala siya. 2016 kami napasok. Husband ko pala siya. Joke lang. Huwag ka magalit sa akin. So, husband ko na siya. No? And then,
Sa Spotify and YouTube to,
Okay lang.
Permanente na yung mga kasabi natin dito.
saan hindi kami mag-away mo?
Love is more permanent.
Oo.
So, kasama na kami, no? Kahit na, matagal na kami partners, and then nagkasama na kami 2016. And 2017, na yun na nga, parang lost, I didn't know what to do. And then, basta, I didn't know what I really wanted to do. But I knew that I wanted an environment that's flexible for mothers. Yun yung number one talaga. For women with kids, na naiintindihan yung kalagayan ng mga nanay, na okay lang umabsent kung may graduation or kung may sakit, kailangan dahil sa ospital, gano'n. Or pwedeng namin dahil yung mga bata sa office, okay lang na magulo. Kaya, co-working space namin is kid and pet friendly. So you can bring your kids and pets here. And it's fine. We're unapologetic na maingay talaga kami. So, we made it that way because of our experience as mothers. So, yun yung number one criteria. And then, sumunod na lang yung parang, uy, may mga nagtatanong sa atin how we set up our previous company. Adi, mag-ano na, and since parang pinagdaanan namin, no? And then they were like, paano mo sinet up yan? Ano yung permits? Ano yung requirements? And they were like, bayaran nyo kaya kami. And then they're like, okay, uy, willing to pay. May viability, ganyan, whatever. So, ayun. So, we started from there. Pero nag-overlap yung pagiging arkitekto namin ni Iris, no? Sa actual business namin na one-stop shop. Na keeping, business registration, virtual office. So, we wanted to have a one-stop shop. So, we drew from our trauma. We drew from our trauma and experience of having difficulty setting up our own previous company. And this is people would want to know from people who experienced it.
They just want to get it done.
Yeah. No, from the point of view of a business owner, not point of view of a accountant or lawyer who hasn't, experienced having his own company. So, yan yung angle namin initially. Ayan.
Sige, si Iris din.
Oh, ikaw, Iris, bakit ka jumayin sa amin?
Explain yourself.
Hindi ka na pa.
Napilitan lang talaga, gano'n. But, no, for many reasons then. Well, I think when I joined the team, parang I was in my late 20s. So, parang, late. So, parang, the idea of creating something from scratch was very appealing to me. Parang, magsa-start. And then, yung vision then, I believe the vision of, parang work-life balance, kumbaga. So, live, work, play together. That's our tagline then kasi nung una. So, yes, yun. And then, also the idea of helping out fellow creatives. So, parang, nakita namin din kasi yung pain point na parang, paano ba yung magsa-start ng isang company, for example, or ng practice, whereas gusto mo lang sanang mag-create, mag-design, for example, but you can't focus on that like 100% because you have to do other things also, like yung mga compliances, your taxes. So, yeah, dun ako.
Sino nga po nag-invite sa'yo?
Si Rina yung si Rina yung kumausap sa akin na parang, you introduce the idea, ayan. You just, nag-chat ka lang randomly, I think. Nag-chat ka, gano'n. Ayan.
Pero nagigets ko na. I think nagets ko na mula dun pa lang. Kasi, pagpasok ko dito, ang alam ko lang co-working space kayo. Although na-interview si Rina dati, tsaka nag-speaker na si Rina pala nung about safer workplaces. Ngayon ko lang mas nagets yung buong hindi lang business model kundi yung what you want to do as an impact sa I think nag-stem ito kay Rina. I mean, somehow, yung vision na, yun nga, yung safe, not nga yung safer workplace, but yung inclusive workplace.
Yes.
Tapos, para
Ano?
It's very near and dear.
So, parang apat kasi yung sa pagkakaintindi ko kanina rin kumakain pa tayo dun. Apat First yung, actually ito yung largest yung parang consultancy or helping other companies comply sa safe and inclusive workplace. But I think yun yung largest Yung pinaka-basic is co-working space. And na-realize ko, kaya may co-working space kasi gusto ma-embody or mapakita sa ibang tao na possible ang workplace na inclusive or parang hindi very strict, ganyan. So, it's actually para pag-concretize ng idea na yun. And then, nadagdagan din, kumabit din, practically, yung business compliance kasi nga you have expertise or parang experience sa pag-register dati, start-up dati, and pwede yun actually mapakinabangan ng mga nagko-working space dito or ng mga ano. And then yung pang-apat, hindi, kasama yung sa business registration, business compliance, andun din yung mga, ito, nasa harap ko lang, tax compliance, payroll, etc. And then yung isa pa, as you said kanina, meron din kayo parang business consultancy or parang tinutulungan na rin yung mga businesses na mag-grow pa or parang as a business talaga. So I think 4 yun eh. Kung okay na isa-isahin na.
Sige.
Gusto mo rin yung co-working space. Hindi pa mahirap na medyo quote-unquote revolutionary or parang, I mean, imagine, kukuha kayo ng clients for your co-working space with virtual office. Pagpunta nila dito, ay, naman ito mukhang bahay. I mean, mukhang talagang bahay. Diba? Kasi 3 floors to, bahay talaga siya.
Townhouse.
Townhouse. 3 floors to. Parang isipin ng mga tao, office ba talaga? Ito parang bahay lang. Ba't kayo mag-co-working space dito? So, ano yung, sige, can you share?
Mag-preface. Sisimulan ko lang, pero ipapasa ko rin later on kay Iris or Cheska kasi sila yung architecto na talaga.
Wait lang, sige. So, nung kinuha nyo tong space na to, 3 floors siya, di ba? Bare pa siya talaga.
Bare.
So, dinesign din to.
Bare.
Architecturally.
Sila yung may kasalanan nitong lahat ng to.
Maski to hagdan na to, dinesign nyo lang.
Hindi, nandyan na yan.
Pero kung in-architect nga siya na parang...
No, but we were intentional about what we wanted to choose.
Yeah.
Na hindi lang kung ano lang yung free na space tapos yung renta. I remember Cheska had very specific requirement for what our office should look like. So, kaya yung gusto ko sa simula ako muna kasi and later on I will pass on to Cheska kasi yung requirement ko was to just bring my kid along. A place where my kid will be able to move around and not feel unsafe in the sense na hindi siya makakasira ng mga bagay-bagay. O kung makakasira man, afford ko. Pero mga plywood lang. Afford niya. Plywood lang, mga pintura lang. Pero it's really kid and pet-friendly. Pet-friendly kasi earlier on, I had a pet and then she died. Pero I still have other dog families. Nephews and niece. Nephew and niece, Hai-Ain and Chowder. Na dinadala ko rin sa working space. So, yun, kailangan pet and kid friendly talaga yung space. So, medyo out of the question yung mga corporate spaces where pets and kids are not allowed. Yung building talaga na sa lobby pa lang bawal na yung bata or tatanungin kung bakit may bata or bakit may aso, ganon. So, yun yung requirement ko. But, aside from that, may mga ibang space requirements sina Cheska kasi nga sila yung architects. So, licensed architects po sila. Kung gusto nyo po magbigay ng project sa kanila, wag po sila yung lapitan nyo kasi hindi na yun yung ginagawa nila.
Sorry, I'm a family architect now. Only for my family. Si Iris yan, pwedeng ibenta. And then diba? Pero actually, lumipat kami. This is actually our 3rd location. So yung first location is sa Xavierville. Tama, diba?
Yes.
And then yung second sa Mayaman Street. Tapos we wanted to embody na nasa Mayaman Street kami, mayaman kami. Pero hindi naman nagkatotoo yun.
Ngayon matimtiman.
Tapos ngayon matimtiman. Tapos sabi yan, magiging matimtiman kami. Pero hindi ko alam kung totoo rin. Hindi rin. But,
Maging matintina.
ganyan. Kagi. Ayan. So So we wanted that. We from a small space to a bigger space because we saw the potential in having yun nga, yung co-working space.
Smaller yun dati, hindi ganito na.
Yeah, dalawa lang yung
Okay. By the way, i-explain lang natin. Actually, ilan yung meeting rooms dito? Or parang office rooms?
3 yung for rent and then yung meron kaming 2 private na meeting rooms na sa amin. Pero yung 3 yung for rent, pero yung isa may full-time na renter na.
Sige, explain lang natin na para mas mag-gets. So, yung baba kasi, para talagang very common.
Open.
Pati yung labas pala, no?
So, dito yung mga
common.
hot
And may
seats.
pantry, may tables. Then yung taas, pag umakyat ka, may 3 or 4? 3 meetings. 3 rooms. Yung isa, fixed yung gumagamit.
Oo.
Yung dalawa, parang kung sino man yung mga clients ninyo na nag-virtual
They
office,
can rent it
they
for-
can rent for a certain
Per hour. Yeah.
per hour. Or, and then yung taas pa, andun yung admin office ng
Yeah.
team ninyo na gumagawa ng compliance.
Yes.
And meron din yung meeting room na yung pinakamalaki, di ba? Andun sa...
Oo.
Ah.
So, that's usually our own meeting room. Pero if may nag-inquire, do you have a bigger meeting room, pwede naman namin i-parent out yun. Ayun. So, yung sa, okay lang ba i-mention yung client dun sa kabila?
ako okay lang. Okay lang ba sa kanila?
Okay. Yeah, so
Shout out.
yung nag-rent na biggest meeting room namin we have a contract with recently is Good Gov PH.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Good go.
Yeah. So
Podcast din tayo dito.
maybe may invite ni Johnny next time si Good Gov PH. But yeah, they're very new. We're very excited to have them here as to share the office with us. But the other 2 are open, so that's per hour. Or minsan, kapag tinatamad kami mag-3rd floor, dun kami nag-meeting. Mga mambos. So, yung criteria namin is really to have a bigger space for that. Exactly. To have more meeting rooms, to have a bigger common area, no, for hot seat. Kasi very limited kami dati doon, no. At saka doon na, parang nasa compound pa. So, papasok ka pa ng gate, tapos maraming mga apartment. Tapos ito, like, at least, pwede ka na mag-park sa street and then you can come in na lang. And then, meron pa kaming garahe that, tsaka kami nagpa-party. So, we wanted a bigger space kasi bigger opportunity, syempre. People can rent the place.
Sa amin, ask lang dun kay Good Gov PH. I think better ko siya makakasagot, no? Pero,
Yeah.
ayun nga, hindi ba siya, I mean, actually, first of all, that's a big win somehow, no? As,
Yeah.
kumbaga, hindi lang co-working, kundi kumuha ng fixed. Pero, yung question ko nga kanina, no? Kasi usually, sa mga na-interview ng mga startups, they get yung corporate style.
Yeah.
Sila, they get this office. Although ako gusto ko dito actually to be, pero, yun nga, very, talagang, baka, I mean, not to say, pero may pagka-weird.
Yeah!
Pero diba, the fact na they actually sign a contract for 1 year, that's very good.
Yeah.
So, pero do you see that as a challenge or a limitation somehow or hindi? It's really your identity, kumbaga.
For us, it's that's our target market. To be
yeah.
the weird one.
Weird
Diba?
to kayo.
We're the crazy ones. We don't want to be corporate.
Yeah.
We're anti-corporate actually.
Ay, ako din, actually.
Ayaw namin maging corporate. That's like,
I don't want to be anti-corporate.
ay, wow.
Ay, okay.
No, I want to be at least with
Pero, that's,
inclusive daw. Sa amin, your
Inclusive safe space. Okay.
if I may, I think ang common na ayaw natin, yung very hierarchical.
Yeah, and the very stringent, strict processes, no? So, medyo nag-ano kami doon kasi hindi naman kami normal na tao din. Okay. Hindi naman, I mean, we're very, ano ba yung magandang description?
I don't know. Crazy is the only thing.
Quirky, I guess, basta we're not corporate people. Hindi kami magta-thrive sa corporate.
Progressive.
Oh, sige, that's nice.
Hindi, tsaka yung sabi mo nga kanina, di ba, yung inclusive, I think it belongs to that progressive.
Yeah, so we attract the same kind of clients and people, no? Na people who want change. People who don't want to stay just following the same rules and the same, yung mga, ito dapat, di ba? Like, Good Gov, they want change. They want to change the government. They want to change the policies. So, nag-align talaga kami, no? So, ang saya-saya talaga namin, no? Uy, you're interested in that. Other than number one kasi talaga yung location kasi.
Yeah.
Yung location, they were like, oh, interested kami dyan kasi malapit sa UP kasi most of them are from there. And then, kami rin taga-UP. So, kaya rin naman kami nandito kasi ayaw namin tumayo, no? So, yun yung number one, location. Number two is the linking of minds. Diba? Ang ganda ba nun?
Pero to be fair, marami na rin kasing clients ninyo. So, would you say lahat sila ay quote-unquote crazy or parang at least aligned sa what yun? Or not necessarily?
Grabe yung tama. You could say you have to be a little bit crazy to start a company. I mean, if you're starting something, no, you're not part of the you're not part of the people who just follow. You want to do something different, diba? So we have to be a little bit crazy to start something new or to start something new for you, diba?
Tsaka to be fair, yung website niya pa lang, even if makita kayo ng mga clients ninyo na hindi naman nag-stay dito kasi they avail a virtual office.
Yeah.
Pero yung website niya pa lang quirky siya Tsaka B pa nga yung niya, diba? I mean, bubulog. Sino ba naman corporate office ang may bubulog? Ay, Jollibee. Jollibee nga pala. Pero anyway, diba? I mean, part din yun for sure dumaan sila sa website So for sure nakita nila yung ganong branding, diba? And for sure, they somehow align.
See our posts.
Yeah.
See our Facebook posts. Sobrang baliw.
Sige. So si Iris, baka may
Sorry, ano yung question?
about this co-working space or anything to add sa yung pag-build ng co-working space, pag-design and maybe as a business, parang anything.
Siguro kaya din namin parang developer like binuo yung co-working space is that it's essential we think nung nag-start kami na parang it's essential to build a community. Parang ito yung venue where people will get together, share ideas, and yeah, chismisan.
Tsaka I think I get the point na hindi naman kasi lahat ng kumpanya strict and stringent and parang corporate kasi. Sobrang daming kumpanya na hindi naman ganun. So, parang Happy Hive can be the hive for them all.
Parang yung colony yan.
Sige, next naman tayo sa business. Ito, yung tax compliance, payroll, business registration, even virtual office. So, patok ba yan? Tsaka, bakit kayo pumunta sa path na yan?
Actually, sobrang patok na. Like, sobrang kumikita niya. Like, walang choice yung mga businesses but to do that.
Yeah. That's number one. Compliance is some government, no?
Yeah, wala silang choice but to comply. Otherwise, tulisan nyo na sila.
Tsaka, they can co-work here, pero yung compliance sa iba. So parang
Pwede.
malakas din ba yung compliance services ninyo? Why do they choose? Why do they also avail that?
Actually, malakas yung compliance namin.
But actually, if I may add lang, they can do it themselves actually, di ba? They can do it
Yes,
themselves.
totoo.
Yeah.
We actually encourage them to do it themselves. Pero ayaw nila.
So, yung compliance namin, actually, right now, is a bread and butter of Happy Hive. So, it's the most, yun yung department that's earning a lot for Happy Hive. Yun yung bread and butter. And more than co-working space. So, even if the co-workers are not, parang into getting us as their compliance provider, okay lang. Kasi we have our advocacies as well. Yung mga do-it-yourselves, we do seminars so that people will be able to do it themselves. Kasi mas gusto namin na actually gawin nyo to para wala kayong penalty. Kasi ano mangyayari ba kapag hindi nyo ginawa? Eh di magkaka-penalty ka. Saan mapupunta?
Sa gobyerno. Sa
So, nagbabayad ka
BIR,
na ng tax, may extra ka pa na penalty. So, kumbaga, that's more than what you owe the government. So, now, we're empowering Filipino entrepreneurs to do it themselves or to find the credible, not even as okay lang kahit hindi kami. You have your freedom to find credible compliance providers to do it for you kasi it's parang mas mahal kapag hindi ka mag-comply. Sometimes, parang kahit yung mga staff namin actually, pag nagkakaroon ng mga penalties yung mga clients namin, nagkaka-anxiety sila. Lalo na yung mga Gen Z, no? Kasi stress sila for the clients. And we have to repeatedly tell them, okay lang yan, hindi nyo pera yan. It's a client's responsibility and they're actually willing to pay for that. But they know kasi it goes to parang bottomless copper kasi yun, ang penalties kasi the government government.
Shout out to government.
Shout out BIR. Just waits for you to make a mistake. Kahit i-shoutout ko, sure ako hindi naririnig ko. Just waits for you to make a mistake and then for you to pay the fees or fine for that mistake. Which is very sad kasi it's not as if entrepreneurs have, alam mo yun, endless money. When you start a business, syempre lahat bilang. Tapos, hindi mo mapapansin, biglang may penalty ka na pala. So, that's why yung tax compliance permits and payroll namin, even virtual office, that kind of wants to solve that kind of problem na ayaw nyong gawin yan, ayaw nyong pag-isipan yan, sige, we'll do it for you. We'll do it for you right. If we're not able to do it right, you're course correct. We'll make amends. But kasi that's the essence of how we work and it's embedded in our contracts as well. But basically, we want for business owners to do it right the first time. Kasi the next time, may penalty. To do it right the next time means you didn't do it right the first time. May penalty na yun.
Ang mahal.
Tsaka-
Mahal magkamali sa Pilipinas. Sobrang mahal.
Madami akong gustong i-comment dyan sa compliance. Pero, anyway, nakita ko
May
rin sa...
experience ka dun.
Ka lang.
Actually, to be fair, ako nagbabayad ng tax ko. Registered naman ng Startup Podcast. Ako nagbabayad ng tax ko. Pero sobrang tagal ko ng research. Sobrang tagal ko inaral yung
Bakit?
pag-register. Hindi, gusto ko rin matutunan eh. To be fair, gusto ko rin matutunan eh. Gusto ko rin Pero ang tagal ko inaral. Stress pa nga ako rin. Tama ba yung ginagawa? Soul-prop. Oo. Kasi I also lecture pa rin sa UP. So
Yeah.
connected yung pagbabayad ng tax. May withholding dun eh. So ako rin nagko-compute ng mga ganun. Anyway, pero ang tagal ko inaral, mga Anyway, ang laki rin kasi ng team nyo, ng compliance team na So parang nakikita ko rin na meet nga siya ng business somehow. And madami-dami rin kasi naging companies na binibigyan nyo ng ganung service. Anything to add sa na yun?
Siguro kasi, yan, it's our biggest department.
Mm-mm.
And it's important to note that half of it, the finances, work from home. So we allow them to, yung flexible na schedule. No, alam nyo naman, kapag nandiyan na yung deadline, pupuyat yan eh. Mga gano'n. At saka nag-effort dun sa portal na magpasa kahit hindi gumagana. Shoutout sa BIR, yung portal nyo. Ayusin nyo yung mga website nyo, utang na loob.
Yeah, kaya ako 2 weeks before ako nag-submit or 3 weeks.
Ayun. So, and then the other half is, yun nga, sila yun nandito to fix our file. So, masisipag yung mga yan, very, yung parang inaaral talaga nila kung ano yung requirement na kailangan ipasa sa mga government office, right? I would like to say some of our biggest contracts is fixing businesses. What do you mean? May mga lumalapit sa amin because they have open cases sa BIR. May mga lumalapit sa amin because napabayaan nila yung mga businesses nila for years and they don't know how to fix it. And then may mga lumalapit sa amin kasi parang, hindi kami nakapaghulog sa mga SSS for how many months? How do we fix that? So, majority of, hindi naman majority. Marami sa mga clients namin is really just, can you help us fix na yung mga napabayaan? Their mistakes, not ours. And then we're like, okay, pero yun yung mas mahirap ayusin eh. Diba? Yung mga nandyan na, ayusin natin, okay, sige, ayusin natin yung open case nyo, ayusin natin yung ano. Or, marami din yung nagpapasara na. Because business is not doing well. And I can tell you right now, it is 10 times harder to close a business than to open.
Natatakot nga ako pag ano.
Sobrang hirap. Pagsasara ka na nga lang, bibili ka pa ni LGU ng 500,000. Mga gano'n. Depende sa ano.
Kaya nga ang ibang ginagawa na ba yung parang inaano na lang, yung parang may dormant
Sobrang hirap.
na nagbabayad ka ng monthly, pero dormant yung...
Yeah, zero filing.
Ay, zero filing.
Because if you let it go without, and then parang pinabayaan mo na, ayoko na mag-business, wala akong gagawin, di ba? May penalty yun for not doing anything. Right?
May ganun ba sa ibang bansa? Or Pilipinas lang ba yun?
I have no idea. Aralin namin. Anyway, so, if you want to not do anything, you have to still file zero. Right? So, yun yung mga inaayos namin. Yun yung tinutulungan.
Ito na, sige. Punta na tayo sa gusto ko pag-usapan na. Ay, may ad ka ba, Iris? Sige, kaya ko gusto mag-usapan ng compliance. Kung okay lang inuman, naman.
Oo naman.
Kasi, connected din dun sa next, yung kanina pinag-usapan natin, meron din yung gusto nyong gawin sa safer workplace or something is also compliance din yun somehow sa DOLE, sa ano. Pero ngayon, I'll be straightforward na here. Naisip ko ang Pilipinas. I'll be very straightforward here. Dahil ang Pilipinas, especially yung gobyerno ng Pilipinas, ang daming compliance requirements, nagiging business case siya for many startups and many businesses na, kumbaga, actually, kaya ang daming tax, accounting, etc. natin. Kasi ang hirap i-comply yun sa government natin. So, tsaka yung downside niyan, kung biglang yung government natin tumino, at maging madali yung compliance, wala na kayong negosyo.
I would be very happy to.
Okay.
Like, that is our goal. Like, yung kami, parang yun yung, napag-usapan natin yun before.
I mean, ideally, yung gusto natin, di ba? Ideally. Pero,
yeah.
I mean, on the business sense.
So, actually, we're just commodifying on our governments.
Yun nga, hindi, true. I've been thinking about, diba? Totoo yun, diba? Totoo yun, diba? Tsaka sa mga, maging honest na tayo dito, diba?
Contributions.
Pero nang pag-usapan namin yan, kung hindi wait, paano ko sasabihin? Wait. Okay. Kung tumino na yung gobyerno natin, naging efficient yung kasi in other countries, isang araw lang registered ka na.
Yun nga eh. Diba ang Pilipinas,
Singapore.
ang Pilipinas ang baba sa ease of doing business. Baka kung umanga tayo sa ease of doing business, marami ng...
Yun yung maganda doon.
Pero yeah.
Ideally, ibang business yung gagawin namin.
Yeah.
Yun yung maganda doon.
Yeah.
But right now, we make do. We just solve whatever we have. What's in our... Parang...
Nabagit yung problem ngayon eh.
Yun yung problem ngayon. And unfortunately, yung problem ngayon, yun yung closest to us. Kasi yun yung parang, kumbaga, it's also personal for us. Alam mo yung
alam ko na.
What's personal is also political. Ay, relax.
Pero gets ko na.
Hindi, diba? Kasi hindi mo siya mahihiwalay talaga. When we started Happy Hive, we didn't come here thinking, ano ang career opportunities for us? No, we didn't think about that. Like, this is what we wanted. We wanted to be full by mothers. We wanted an inclusive, an environment to be women to. So, when we did this, it was in the hope, always, it's always in the hope of a better governance and compliance requirements. Unfortunately, malayo pa tayo doon. So, we're part of yung nagka-clamor for that. If umabot tayo sa point na, okay, sobrang ideal, sobrang GOAT, Gen Z art. GOAT na ng Philippines in terms of compliance in governance. Okay. Then that would be ideal for us. Even if it means we lose business, we gain more as women and as mothers.
Tama, gets ko na. And I might say, this is kaya ang ganda nung nagsimula tayo na ang goal nyo as a company is yun nga, yung inclusive workplace para as a mother. Kasi, let me say then this straightforward. Some startup founders, some business owners, they just find a business opportunity. Makikita ng business opportunity, ang daming companies kailangan ng tax compliance, na whatever compliance, let's go there. Kayo, ang na-realize ko, nag-start si Rina. Wow, si Rina talaga. Dun sa, kayo, I mean, or dun sa,
Gusto ko yun na yan. Okay na yun, joke lang.
but I mean, kayo na lang.
Yes!
Nag-start dun sa malang vision na inclusive workplace. And then, ang pinakagusto nyo talaga is, yung workplace maging okay. Pero apparently, along the way, you need to solve, since ito yung state ng Pilipinas ngayon, you need to solve yung compliance sa workplace. And also yung sa business registration, tax compliance. Ang ideal natin is yung business owners, nagagawa talaga yung negosyo. Yung talagang meat of the business. Pero apparently sa Pilipinas, malaking time yun nakakonsume dahil sa mga compliance. So, yun yung first step of the, Ngayon, pag na-solve na natin yung larger problem na mataas ang Pilipinas sa ease of doing business, ibang problem na i-solve, yung higher level na. Pero papunta pa rin doon sa vision yun.
That's where our consultancy comes.
Ayan. Kaya yun.
As long
Kasi,
no, sorry. Ang gulo natin. For us, it's the what we wanted really. It doesn't matter what business we apply our values to or our culture that we want to. No, we can shift as long as our culture and values are there. Right?
Yes.
So if we need to kunyari tumino yung business.
Ngayon pa ba?
Kunyari tumino. And we run out of business in the area. Baka naman, SEC. Paki-replyan si Iris. SEC, paki-replyan si Iris kasi kinukulit kayo.
Kayo din ba mismo nag-file?
Yeah.
Ikaw ay.
So, as long as, kung nawalan kami ng business there, we will find business anywhere.
Yeah, true.
But as long as we want an inclusive workspace. It's fine. It's fine with us. We will be happy na umayos yung Pilipinas. We will be so happy. We will be happier. Happier Hive.
Tama, ganda.
Pero don't get me wrong Johnny, when we started Happy Hive, we wanted to earn money. Money is always on the table. We started Happy Hive not as a non-profit. Hindi kami NGO.
Yeah.
Hindi kami charity.
Hindi, to be fair, I mean, kailangan maayos yun ng isa mentality ng mga Pilipino na business is business.
Business is business, yeah. So, business is business, but it doesn't take away yung feeling namin na pwede naman namin i-bring in yung mga advocacies namin as personal beings.
Hindi kailangan i-maximize yung profit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can also turn away profit in the name of our advocacy.
Yeah.
So there have been several times when we have had to say no to money. Yes, but sadly,
So
yes.
Sad.
That's so sad.
Okay.
But not so sad because it meant that we have had to hold on dun sa mga dapat namin panghawakan, which are parang mga principles in life or advocacies na hindi matatawaran ng pera. May mga bagay talaga na hindi matatawaran ng pera.
Totoo yan. Yun na lang kasi sabi ko, hindi mo na magsalita.
Baka may add si Iris.
Agree ako sa sinabi.
Ayun lang.
Yun lang naman.
Wow. Pwede talaga ni Iris.
So, busy siya sa ng mga compliance niya. Baka iniisip pa niya hanggang ngayon. yung
Sasubmit kasi siya kay Paad. 11.
Ano pa?
Hindi ko alam. Yun yung nakalagay sa email ng NFPC Paad.
Kasi pag na sa EDU.
So, basically, yung compliance namin, naging fortunately or unfortunately, I guess I'm not sure if you see it as a good thing or a bad thing. It paved the way for our consultancy. Kasi when we started Happy Hive, hindi naman kami ganun ka-expert eh. When we started Happy Hive, we just drew upon our experiences from our build and construction company from before. Kung ano yung...
But ilang years kayo nun? Ilang years kayo dun?
Almost 3 years.
3 years.
Around 3 years.
Kayo, si Iris wala? Or kayo?
Si Iris nandun.
Doon na rin.
Nag-start siya as intern. Tanungin mo siya. So okay. Wait. I want to facilitate this. So, may build and construction company kami before. Parang siya, partner talaga siya originally. Tapos later on, in-invite na lang ako. Kasi at the start, assistant ako ni Cheska. Tapos in-invite nila ako later on as a partner. And then, Iris started as an intern doon. Tapos, nung graduate siya, and then naging architect, naging, yun nga, designer. And then, yun. Tanungin mo siya.
Okay. Sige, go.
But yan, and I've been with them for a very long time na rin talaga. So, parang student pa lang hanggang ngayon. So, yeah. I think yung, parang...
So, intern ka nun? So, meaning, nakita mo lang sa randomly? Parang nag-apply ka lang sa intern? Ganun.
Hindi, kakilala ko rin yung una kong boss kasi from college. Hi, Kuya Rap. Hi, Kuya Rap. Ayan. So, yan. First boss. Pero org-mate din nung college. So, that's how we were acquainted. Ganun. Tapos, yan. Tapos nakilala ko na si Cheska rin. Since we're in the same college, same org. So, yan.
Ano kayo org na yun? Sa Archie? Shout out Archie Forum.
Sa Tasang sila. So, yan. Tapos, later on, si Rina, na-meet ko rin dahil sa isang project together. So, yan. Hanggang sa nagkaroon na ng firm na bago. Ganon. So, yan.
Ano ba? Ano yung topic?
Sige.
Alam mo ba kung gaano kahirap hindi mag-name drop ng mga project, kumpanya, at ng mga...
Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more.
Meet Lala, a freelancer who chose Gig Genius. Unlike many platforms that make freelancers pay just to apply, Gig Genius was built to put skills first, not spending. No pay-to-apply barriers, no bidding fees, just safer opportunities through dual system verification. Ready to experience the difference? Visit giggenius.io and join Gig Genius today.
Ilagay ko din ng picture. Parang minubuo na ng picture dito eh. So, may vision nga kasi yung parang empowering businesses tsaka safer workplaces. And then, yung pinakababa, parang yung state ng Pilipinas ngayon is yung, having a co-working space para mapapunta dun, tsaka business compliance. Pero yung next level nun, papunta dun sa vision, sa business compliance, empowering business nga eh. So, yung business consultancy.
Yeah.
And yung sa may safer workplace, embodied that through co-working space. Pero next phase niyan, yung sabi nyo kanina pa, bago tayo mag-record, is na you also help companies have policies or parang help them have safer and more inclusive workplaces. Doon muna tayo sa business consultancy. Paano exactly yung ginagawa nyo? Parang, paano nitutulungan yung mga business? To grow ba? To...
Yes, actually, before you grow kasi, you need to sustain eh. You start, kaya we started with registration and then with compliance kasi
Ito, you start.
may study. Actually,
Wow, may study. According to...
i-google yun na lang. Pero may nabasa ako bago magkaroon ng AI, promise.
Sige.
There has been a study na for the first 3 years of a business, one of the factors kung bakit nagfe-fail siya is because of compliance. Hindi nila nami-meet yung compliance needs or hindi nila napaplan kung ano yung requirements for compliance. Therefore, by the time na mini-meet nila, hindi nila nasusustain. So, we're trying to help businesses out in terms of compliance from the start to sustaining it. And for the past almost 9 years, we have been doing that. And
Ang Happy Hive ba? 2017.
Yeah.
2017,
Ah,
i-math mo.
9?
Basta alam ko, almost 9 years.
Pinagpat.
Almost 9 years ba? Ano ba?
Yeah,
Engineer
9 years. 9 years. Anong month ba? Anong month ba?
August 1, 2000.
Magna 9 ba lang may
Magna 9. Oh.
Magna 9.
So, almost 9 years. Yung start, yun sa compliance, yung talagang focus namin. Ngayon, starting last year, we realized na hindi pwede or kaya natin mag-consultancy. We can help businesses from sustaining to thriving or growing. So, bago ka kasi mag-grow, kailangan nasusustain mo muna. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga, alam mo yun, yung mga bare minimum, sana naman nagagawa mo yun. Yung BAR mo BAR and permits mo nagagawa mo. Otherwise, the next level, kasi parang Maslow's hierarchy of needs lang yan. May parang pyramid.
Ang gandang ganun, gawa ng ganun sa business gawa tayo ng
Maslow's
Rina's Hierarchy of Business Needs.
support ko yan kasi nandyan yung name ko. Pero anyway, parang Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Sa umpisa kasi at the business, yung sa business life cycle, sa umpisa, kailangan mo ng cash flow, ng revenue, and part of that, yung compliance, siguro nasa second level yan. Kung na-start mo yung sa first and second level, the third level, medyo self-actualization part ineme na. Hindi ko maalala. Don't quote me. It's not medyo nakarami na ako ng beer. But somewhere there, the higher goes sa pyramid, parang mas hindi na siya needs, mas of want na siya. Get? So, sa una, isusustain mo siya. So, our Building Safer Workplaces tries to promote that kind of workplace environment. What does that mean? It means that kung ano yung na-enjoy namin here in Happy Hive, and minsan hindi lahat ng tao sa Happy Hive, actually, may mga hindi rin naman masaya.
Sad Hive.
Pamamalakad namin.
Talaga ba?
Oh, kung kunwari gusto nila ng corporate, paano silang sasaya?
Yeah, kaya ka.
Like,
hindi ka aligned pag hindi.
Hindi aligned. So, for the people who want to be aligned, for the way how we want to go about things in the more inclusive and safer workplaces, then we advocate for that. Right now, maraming business owners ang hindi alam na required ang DOLE compliance for all businesses.
Ako hindi ko alam.
Yeah, we chat.
Even if sole prop ka lang.
Yes, even if. Basta pag may...
Sige.
Hindi, sige, ito.
We checked. Sabi ng inspector. Sabi ng inspector namin, lahat. Walang...
Yung nga rin yung kahit sole prop ka, required ka daw sa yung benefits, yung SSS.
Yes.
Sino nag-check nun? Sino agency ba yun?
So, may BIR tsaka may DOLE din.
Yung SSS, PhilHealth.
Well, SSS, PhilHealth,
Diba?
minsan nagsasend sila ng letter. Ang pinaka masipag mag-send ng letter kasi sila yung
VAR.
no,
Di ba?
sa pag-ibig. Kasi marami silang love. Marami silang
Joke ba
love
yun?
letter.
Hindi ko
Sila
alam
yung
kung joke mo na, seryoso ba yun?
Mukha ba ako nalaga? Masipag.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Pag hindi naguhulog?
Pag hindi ka naguhulog, sa tatlong yon pinakauna si pag-ibig talaga.
Even if, di ba kasi kailangan naman, syempre may empleyado ka. Nagko-consult na ako. Ito na yung business consultant.
Yeah, go.
Kailangan may empleyado ka, di ba? Kasi ako, sole prop ako. Wala naman akong empleyado. Although may interns ako, ganyan. Sisenda mo na lang ako? Or something? Hindi, di ba?
Pag may employee ka.
Employee.
Pag may
Kasi
employee.
may nabasa ko sa Reddit, kaya na-stress ako nun eh. Yung mga sari-sari store daw, nilalapitan. Kasi may bantay yung sari-sari store eh. So, sabi, empleyado yan, dapat hinuhulugan yan. Totoo ba yun? Or, ewan ko? Or...
Well, mas prone to inspection yung mga stores. Yung mga commercial, no? So, yung punta ako dun sa very interesting origin story namin sa Dole.
Sige, go.
Na-inspect kami.
Dito mismo?
Yes!
Ay, may kumatok ng bigla. Ganun.
Oo, tapos...
Talaga?
Oo! Random inspection ng Dole. Tapos kami parang, what? And then...
Baka naman scammer lang yun. Walang nagkapanggap.
May larian siya. May official Dole Choba. May ID siya. No? So kami parang, bakit mabait naman kami Gano'n. So, registered naman kami sa Dole. And yung nadatnan niya, I see Iris. So, si Iris, I will let Iris, pinasa kay Iris, yung relay, yung kwento, kasi siya yung nadatnan, pero, yeah, yung TLDR nun, na-inspect kami, nalaman namin na ito pala yung kailangan gawin, and then we realized,
Ano ba? Ano exactly? Ano? Labor to eh,
Okay,
diba?
pass to you.
Oo, mostly Oo. So, yun, mostly meron naman na talaga. Pero, kailangan kasi ng proper documentation. So, you have to prepare the printouts, ganon. Everything on record should be properly arranged, ganyan. Because they have to check. Especially, very specific sila sa payroll ng team.
So, dapat may payslips yung mga empleyado?
Yes. Oo. Required yun. Especially for a corporation, for us.
Magkano ang penalty kapag hindi ginagawa?
It depends. Kung gaano kalaki yung enterprise. Ayun. So, Happy Hive is under small enterprise na. So, yan. Kapag ganitong size na, so you have to be very specific and yun nga, organized sa pag-ayos ng mga files. Kasi they really check on those. Tapos, meron pang kailangan i-comply na OSH program. So, that's, safety and health, practices sa office. So, yun, even in...
Hindi ba yun yung mga sanitation? Ganun ba yun? Pati mga fire... Yung fire, ang tawag ito? Fire extinguisher? Iba pa yun.
LGU, oo. So, yeah. Related din naman yung, mga fire safety compliance doon. Pero yun, magugulat ka na even for this kind of setup na parang nasa office ka lang, kahit less yung hazards, and like kapag, mga manufacturing or let's say construction sites, meron pa rin tayong kailangan i-comply even in the offices na parang nasa desk lang tayo, ganyan. Meron pa rin kailangan gawin.
Yung sa OSH na yun, ano example nun? Ano yung kailangan meron kayo?
For example, yung mismong program. So, kunwari may mga policies na kailangan sundin. For example, mga health protocols in the workplace. Ganyan.
Pero anong proof? Anong proof na ginagawa mo?
Anong sample na
Tsaka anong proof sa kanila na ginagawa niyo yun?
Ayun, meron dapat yung... Nadami rin tanong. Yung additional na tanong. Anyway, ayun. Parang may mga programs na kailangan, prepared for example, si Happy Hive. So, meron dapat para siyang manual na yung mga policies, naka-outline doon kung ano yung mga ginagawang measures ng company.
Okay.
Or, yes, or pag may
Well, that's
Oo.
that's
And
important
then,
naman.
for example, yung simpleng medicine box or medicine kit, dapat meron ka sa office nun. So mga ganun.
Actually, wala akong office Yung registration ko yung yung
Ayan,
virtual.
let's start na.
Pero to be fair, agree naman ako dito. Kasi ito yung pinaglalaban natin sa UP. Di ba yung mga Kentex, alam mo yung Kentex dati? Yung sa Valenzuela ata yun. Yung nasunog tapos grills yung mga bintana kaya kasi hindi siya occupational factory ng something. Hindi ko malala kung alin. Di ba? So, dapat naman talaga yung mga ganyan. I believe. Pero, sa tingin niya, bakit kayo yung na-inspect? Or parang bakit, random lang talaga.
I think random.
Random
So, yan.
Noong time na yun, parang in-explain naman kasi I like specifically asked like, did we violate anything? They said they are randomly and actively inspecting Quezon City
Well,
offices.
to be fair, that's good For me, to be fair, that's good.
Actually, kasi nga, pinapasweldo pala natin sila, no?
Oo. Ideally, di ba, dapat naman talaga na ma-practice, na-ensure na.
Yes. And actually, yun yung
Pero tama ka rin.
negative connotation na parang sa mga DOLE inspectors. Kasi it seems like as if they're the bad guys. Kasi nga, parang
Sanay ka tayo sa BS.
seemingly kalaban siya ng mga businesses.
Agree ako dun.
Actually, hindi ko maalala yung pangalan ng officer. Gusto ko i-shoutout Pero, Inspectos J-Rose. Okay. So, I remember when he went to us, he was very passionate about
Which is good.
how
Which is good.
payslips
Yeah,
was presented and was computed. And deep inside, we knew na we were treating our people right. Pero he was parang, bakit ganito? Bakit ganyan yung pagka-compute ninyo? Ano yung basis ninyo? They wanted that kind of explanation or conversation na initially they weren't getting, pero
na kasi yung nag-increase yung minimum wage.
So, kailangan i-inspect na tama yung...
He wanted to check if we comply.
Okay. Baka dahil ganung...
So, yun nga, may parang, bakit ganito? Ang dami niyang tanong. And then, we were trying to explain to him. He was very passionate about it. And then, after na-explain namin, tapos kumalma na siya. Kasi parang, okay, tinatato nyo naman pala ng tama yung mga tao ninyo. In-explain niya yung sarili niya, I just really wanted to make sure that you are treating your people right.
Oh, yes.
Which is,
Yes.
I actually agreed with, actually tama po yung ginawa ninyo. Tama po kayo. Okay po yan. Kasi gusto din namin na fighting for our people din as well. Kasi
Yes.
may talaki tayo, di ba, sa UP na
Baka si inspector, baka na-list din sa UP dati. Tapos ngayon,
feeling ko nga
yung linalali niya.
Feeling ko nga pero kasi natapat sa kay Irene na introvert. Tapos parang kada tanong niya, parang,
Pero ako, I like that.
teka lang. Tapos, So, basically, the DOLE just wants for our people, the people who work with us, to be treated right, to be treated with dignity and with yung just na compensation. So, nung na-prove namin na ito, with all the documentations, according to the law, lahat ng ginagawa namin, kumalma na siya. And then, sobrang
ba?
yes.
Mali mo siya, parang sobrang sipag niya. Mali mo lahat talaga. Ito tsaka inisa-isa niya lahat.
Hindi, I think it doesn't work that way.
Random
Pero
ba?
parang they have a list of
Parang sales
QC,
yung... okay.
parang QC
Amang-
establishments. In the end, actually, yun yung parang, I think that was 2 years ago, naging pivotal moment for us na, for us na compliance company tayo, parang medyo nag-buckle tayo doon medyo natakot tayo doon sa passion ni Inspector. I want to also give that for other companies na unang-una, kung hindi kayo compliant, if you're not treating your people right, parang wake up, parang hindi dapat ganon. So, yung Building Safer Workplaces na program namin, provides for that na even before audit or inspection, sana naman tatuhin nyo yung tao ninyo na maayos.
May add ako dyan. Kasi, yung comment niya, no? So, one of our lacking part of our documents is yung bawal bastos law. Okay, so parang, wala kayo nito. Dapat, whatever, yung poster, at saka yung policy, whatever. Pero sabi niya, sige, comply nyo na, puro babae naman kayo. Siguro naman, hindi kayo siguro naman, wala naman ang babastos sa inyo. Ganyan. Tapos kami, ano yun? Nandun kami sa parang, what's that? Ganyan. No. So, pero, sabi, yun nga, na-realize nga niya na puro babae yung owners. So, for him, which is interesting, na inassume niya.
Pero for me,
Inassume
weird
niya na
din
hindi kami nang babastos.
Hindi, weird. I mean, ako,
Quality na nga tayo ngayon, pati babae na babastos na.
So, inaral namin yun. Like, what is this bawal bastos law? Safe Spaces Act. Yun. So, doon kami napunta kasi parang, yun yung time na, what? This is required sa lahat, by DOLE, whether you're sole prop or kahit isa lang yung employee mo. So, doon kami deep dive.
Yeah. Yung deep dive na yun is parang, wait, teka, ito yung actually nating, we're living in this kind of environment actually. This law was made for us. Yung bawal bastos law is basically a requirement for a DOLE compliance. Nasa listahan siya ng DOLE compliance aside from mga payslip, 13-month pay, mga overtime na slip. Kasama yung bawal bastos law. What does it mean? It means you need to have a policy in place for when or if sexual harassment happens in your workplace. And sexual harassment doesn't only happen to women or minorities. It also happens to men as well. So, inassume niya na walang... It's not as if walang... Yeah.
Pero to be fair, dapat din niya i-assume eh. Diba?
Yeah. Kasi yun yung stigma. Yun yung stigma ng ating society which we're trying to overturn niya. Yung bawal bastos law, so yung right now, yung pinaka-push namin is for compliance, DOLE compliance to be a culture of, hindi lang compliance, to be a culture of safe space and inclusivity.
Pag niisip ko, ang laki nito as a business din. Kasi, startups, I have to say, sobrang daming startups na hindi, walang payslip. Nagkasasweldo, walang payslip. Hindi nga rin nagbibigay ng benefits sa maayos.
Transfer na lang, lalo na
kasi,
digital no?
At saka kasi, ang rason ng mga startup kami, nagsisimula pa lang, hindi pa namin focus yan, ganyan. So, market-wise, balik tayo sa business, malaki to. Pero also, yung virtue-wise, tama rin naman talaga na na-ensure. Yung yun nga, yung sa payroll, parang minsan I'm sure wala naman ata. Pero, ko kasi, mga ibang payroll companies, mali yung computation nila. Pero ina-accept na lang ng mga tao. Minsan dapat may back or correction pay, pero wala, nahahayaan na lang. So, doon pa lang, pwede na siyang i-correct,
Yeah. Actually, yun yung maganda dun sa consultancy. Kasi yung Building Safer Workplaces, part of that is a consultancy program na meron kami. Kasi yung consultancy is how you can maximize yung process ng company mo so that yung compliance mo works for you instead of you work for your compliance. For example, sa payroll na binanggit mo, maybe yung mga na-compute before was tama naman. Tama pero hindi maximize. It's still right. It's just that not maximize. Kasi meron tayong mga tax incentives, may mga allowable deductions na hindi na consider.
Okay.
So may mga parts ng payroll computation na baka hindi na consider ng tax preparer or payroll ng payroll team, payroll officer. It doesn't necessarily make them wrong. It's just that it's not maximized or optimized. Like, di ba naalala mo nung una tayo nag-usap, we are not out to do tax avoidance or tax evasion. We're out here to do tax optimization. It's just that we'll do everything along the lines of the law to make sure that your business will be compliant and optimized yung taxes na binabayad mo. So, in terms of payroll, which is a very good example, yung payroll kasi, marami siyang mga, asides na pwedeng may mga de minimis, may mga allowances na tax deducted, na may tax shelter na pwedeng mabawas siya sa taxable income mo. Pero, kung straightforward lang, eto lang, tapos taxable yan at the end. Which doesn't make it wrong, but it's not optimized at the same time. Diba? So, kung ganon, that's what we're trying to offer business owners kasi nga, hindi siya ganon ka-straightforward minsan. Minsan, you have to look around kung ano yung makabuti for the business owners and for the government as well, as if naman, parang, we're not out here to make you not pay taxes. Siyempre,
Compliance pa rin.
Compliance pa rin. Kasi we're in the business of compliance kasi we know that compliance protects the people. Actually, compliance protects not only the people who are working with you, but also you as an employer in taxes and also in like sa DOLE as an employer. Minsan lang nagbubukang hindi yung DOLE for the employees lang. But some business owners fail to recognize na pang-employers din yan actually. If you comply, kung you main ka na employer, then it will work for you. So, yun. Pero kung syempre, kung abusado talaga, medyo indefensible kasi. Wala tayong masasabi. So,
Yeah. Sige, may add ba kayo doon? Pero, yeah, tsaka puntahan ko lang ulit yung nito, yung possibilities. Well, I think not many, or baka first kayo ata, or I don't know actually sa Pilipinas, to really headline this as part of your services. Kasi, rin to same sa tax compliance, peace of mind, parang binibili to na peace of mind ng mga business owners na parang hindi na isipin yung tax na baka ma-penalty sila. Same dito, yung mga startup founders na hindi masyado naaasikaso yung payroll, yung labor, they will avail of your service para they get peace of mind na as they grow as well. Kasi as they grow, more employees, mas mahirap na rin naman talaga asikasuhin yan Kayo na yung mag-handle talaga nun, right?
yeah.
So part din siya, nagko-combine lahat Part din siya doon sa business consultancy na parang you are helping thrive, you're helping this business thrive. Tama ba?
Yes.
Yes na lang. Napagod ka na, girl. And then for us, no? Kasi even sa amin, it's all about the people. Right? Yung, especially service-oriented kami. So we have to think of the people who help service our clients. So if you're a service-oriented company, you have to take care of the people who's you commodify. So, pero who are helping you run the business.
Who you're working with.
Yeah, we're working with, diba? Huwag naman yung commodify, huwag naman yung pangit yun. So, yung tulungan mo rin sila. Diba? Maraming karapatan yan, diba? They're working for you or they're working with you to run your business. So, they have these rights. Ano ba naman yung panindigan natin yung mga karapatan ng mga workers, diba? So, that's the minimum, diba? Yung dream nga namin honestly, is not to have minimum wage, but livable wage. Right? Kasi, iba yun Yung minimum wage. Yung last na yung sa DTI, yung kaya mong mabuhay
Noche Buena?
Oo, 500 pesos sa Noche Buena. Ano yun, diba? Nakakaloka. So, parang hindi naman makatao yun, diba? Hindi naman
For 4 yun.
Oo.
For...
Wild yun. So, parang kami, hindi kami
Silog.
naniniwala din.
Hamsilog. Na may pinya.
Nakakaloka. Napaka-sad. Diba? So, parang kami, hindi gusto namin livable. That's our dream na for, hopefully, we can start with our own. But, sana yun yung maging standard. Diba? So, meron na naman kaming gustong mga policies, gusto mga dreams for that. But in the meantime, syempre, gets namin yung hirap na hirap yung mga business owners sa expenses. Kasama na doon yung packet na packet.
Kasi mataas ang tax. Mataas ang buwis.
Saka mataas yung taxes. Tapos hindi natin alam saan pupunta. Ganyan. No? So,
yun ako.
Alam natin.
Alam pala natin.
Alam natin.
Oo.
We just choose to not look.
Alam mo, marami kaming clients na nagra-rant about it. Lalo na kung due na yung tax. Ang laki na mabayaran ko.
Pero to be fair, may na-realize ako dyan eh. Kasi pag annual income ka magbabayad ng tax, naipon na yung buong year eh. And ang laki talaga nun sa dulo ng taon. Kaya bayaran mo na lang every month. Set ahead mo na every month. Para sa utak mo.
Every month. Or yung every quarter. Diba? Mababawas din sa annual.
Every quarter pala.
Pero yun yung yun yung number one, diba? So kami parang, nakakapagod. Totoo. Kailangan natin bayaran. Saan napupunta yung taxes natin, diba? So,
stairwell.
anong stairwell? Ano yan?
Tagad si Iris.
Hindi ko alam.
Ano sabihin na?
Hindi. Ano yun? Ano yun?
Sa stairwell.
Hindi namin alam dyan.
Ako di ko rin mag-get.
Explain mo.
Huwag na
Wala, lasing na mo. Wala na, nakalimutan ko na yung sasabihin ko. Ikaw na,
May ad ka ba, Iris?
Siguro, it plays an important role lang, especially if we wanted to break the cycle. Kasi, in the end, parang, what you give out is yun din yung marireceive mo. So, if we're taking care of the people we're working with, syempre, they would also be
parang,
doing something good. Parang better output.
Parang sa generational, lang yung, yung ititigil mo yung generational verbal abuse. Trauma.
Parang gano'n. Ayun. So, ayun, we have the policies in place naman. So, I think they're made para, maging okay din yung, management or yung, yung mga processes natin. So, I think yung implementation, din siya magsa-start if we understand how it works then. Okay.
Tsaka actually, Mr. Gets ko na Rina. Sorry kasi nung nag-speaker ka nung huling startup meetups.
Kaya nagsusolve.
To be honest, hindi ko na-gets. Ano sinasabi ni Rina? Alam ko co-working space nila, pero hindi ko na-gets. Sorry. Pero ngayon gets ka na. Ngayon gets ka na.
Make a seminar out.
Ngayon na-gets ka na. Hindi kasi actually, I'll be honest din dito. Ang dami kasi mga startups na very flowery, very visionary, pero wala namang implementation. Hindi, pero ngayon, nakikita ko implementation. Nakikita ko yung actual na pwede mangyari at paano siya actual na makakatulong. Kasi yung vision and flowery version ninyo is safer workplace. Yun pa lang, isipin ng marami tao dyan, another another startup na, ano pa talaga yung business niyan? Ano pa talaga yung practical na nagagawa niya? Pero ngayon, clear na actually sa akin na compliance sa DOLE. Tsaka, yun nga, making sure, compliance sa DOLE, on that side, peace of mind sa business owner, tsaka yung workers, yung employees, they will feel safe. Para pwede nung maging if a startup is, let's say for example, startup podcast, I am Happy Hive certified. Ano siya?
Wait ka lang. That's in the pipeline yung certification.
Hindi, yung mga
Safe Workplace Certificate.
Yun. Yung mga LinkedIn tsaka Indeed, di ba? Parang pwedeng may badge doon.
Hindi, kailangan muna namin mag-generate mga
Go.
credibility. Wait lang, hindi pa kami ganun kakapal yung mukha ko.
Hindi. May ganito sa sa sustainable, mga environment. May ganun eh. So, yun. So, somehow, pwede siya, pag nakita ng mga naghahanap ng trabaho sa Indeed or sa LinkedIn or JobStreet, wherever, uy, Happy Hive certified. Uy.
Yeah. That's a goal, actually. That's a goal kasi, yun nga, aside from being DOLE compliant, hindi lang yun yung gusto naming mangyari. Kasi actually, if you look around the internet or look around, maghanap ka ng mga service provider, maraming pwede mag-facilitate ng DOLE compliance mo as a company. Apparently marami.
Kala ko unique kayo.
Nag-google ka lang, ba yan?
Hindi, pero to be fair, out of the 400 startups I interviewed, first time talaga.
Pero kasi hindi kasi ganun ka, alam mo yon, hindi ka important yung DOLE compliance. Kasi, kunwari ikaw, as an individual, kailan lang ba mag-show up?
Kaya.
Or kailan mo lang may isip na maging compliant ka sa DOLE?
Pag dyan ng inspector.
Exactly. Pag nandiyan na yung inspector, pag nagreklamo na yung mga tao mo, kapag tinulfo ka na. Which is the worst kind. Like, okay lang kapag dumiretso sa DOLE, at least hindi ka pa rin na media eh. Pero kapag naitulfo na, goodbye, soul. So, pero the time na nandiyan na yung inspector or nagreklamo na yung tao mo sa DOLE or natulfo ka na, that's already too late actually.
Yeah. Prevention is better than cure. Wow.
Yeah.
Prevention is better than penalty. Prevention is better than penalty. No penalty is better than penalty.
Yung all the hassle na pagdadaanan mo in dealing with that, yung penalty, hindi lang kasi penalty. Alam mo yung stress na
yes.
may nagreklamo sa yung tao. Anong, for example, ikaw, business owner ka, do you know what to do when, I'm not sure how many people you have, pero you said you have an intern, but
Pero wala akong empleyado.
wala kang empleyado. Let's say, sila mag-audit sa'yo dito. For example, in the future, when you have like at least 2 employees, isang lalaki, isang babae, and then one person said na sexually harass ako. Do you know what to do?
Actually, no.
No. That is the point of our existence ngayon. Wow! To make you comply, the reason for to make you DOLE compliant and to make sure that when that happens, you already have a policy for it. Kasi when that happens and when someone complains to you, that's already too late when you don't know what to do at all. Kung hindi, ano next? Like, tatanungin ko ba yung asawa ko? That's the first.
Mag-chat GPT.
Pwede rin. Pero how confident are you na itataya mo yung business mo?
Philippine context ba yun?
Yes. So, that's what we're trying to solve. Kasi hindi lang siya compliance, hindi lang siya paperwork. It's how you perceive your own company and how you perceive yung relationships mo with people, with your colleagues, with your personnel, and how you want to protect them. And those things, hindi mo siya ma-AI, unfortunately, right now.
I don't think it can be solved by just ChatGPT or Claude. No. It's a very human thing that how to deal with harassment, how to deal with catcalling, how to deal with, the looks or
Lewd
remarks or physical.
Even if remote pala, no? I mean,
So-
even if remote work, may kailangan din ng ganyan, no?
Yeah.
So, safe spaces. Ang bawal bastos law natin, which is RA 11313. So, yun yung bawal bastos law natin, which is a
Sino kayo senador nag-ano niya? Naalala niyo ba?
requirement. Marami. Hindi,
talaga?
marami sila.
Pero marami. Hindi, marami namang sponsor usually.
So usually, so kasama yung bawal bastos law sa requirement ng DOLE compliance. Yun yung maganda doon. What that means is that even in offices, bawal bastos. And yung bawal bastos law in street, public spaces, in digital and offline spaces. So kahit
Sa batas yun, nasa...
sa batas yun. And apparently, sana yung yan. Apparently, kailangan din ng poster na bawal bastos sa office mo. Kaya meron tayong poster na Happy Hive is a safe
Kung ilalagay ko
space.
na ba yun sa background ng
Yes.
Sa background ng
So, wala namang pinaka-required na look, but kailangan naka-mention yung RA 11313 at yung bawal bastos at yung mga bawal gawin. Which is, yun nga, mag-catcall,
May nakita ko na ganyan. May nakita pala ako na similar na ganyan.
So, yung Safe Spaces Act natin sa educational institutions, sa offices, sa public space. So, and hindi, like, unlike before na may authority na kailangan boss kita para magkaroon ng sexual harassment. Kasi, kunwari, pag subordinate kita, dati hindi yun, walang hold sa law. Right now, lahat, parang, even if subordinate ka or just a colleague, it will hold in court na kapag nambastos ka, then part siya ng RA 113.11313. Ngayon, aside from our law, meron ding committee in place dapat yung mga offices and
may officer,
companies.
may office pa.
So, it's called CODI, or Committee on Decorum and Investigation. That's the committee that should handle sexual harassment cases or safe spaces na cases. Kasi, iba yung HR. Kasi, paano kung lalaking HR mo? Will a woman who has been sexually assaulted be comfortable? Kunwari, HR ka, maging comfortable ba ako going to you knowing na lalaki ka? So, may mga parameters tayo in place for Safe Spaces Act on how to go about things. And then, as an employer, it is our responsibility to make sure these parameters are set so that our employees are made to feel safe and secure doon sa workplace natin. Yun. So, maraming hindi nakakaalam ngayon kasi honestly, yung Safe Spaces Act is a very young act. Parang after pandemic, to 2020 plus. Hindi ko maalala. Pero, like, I made a presentation about it. Pero, I think it was past 2019. Pero yung 2020 yung implementation.
Ito rin na business model. Hahanapin ko yung mga bagong batas. Tapos ako yung magiging compliance ng mga bagong batas.
Pwede.
So, yun yung advocacy namin ngayon. So, ngayon, Rina is super, super active in doing all of these seminars, online seminars.
Nakikita ko. May nakita ko.
Yeah, she recently partnered with Zalamea.
Yun na ngayon nakita.
Yeah, so marami
Sa
siyang
Facebook.
Hi, RB Zalamea. So, may mga, and then palaging puno yung mga, yung,
Talaga, ilan?
yung mga namamax niya yung Zoom room, tapos may
Famous.
Facebook Live din. So, and then now we're getting inquiries about getting her to educate their company about the Safe Spaces Act. Kasi it's, yun nga.
Maganda yun din na, na parang business na naman. I mean, opportunity.
Yeah.
Pero, seminars, di ba? Training.
Yes, that's what we're starting now.
Ah.
So, we're doing seminars and trainings. Get us.
Importante kasi siya. Kasi it seems like new, pero hindi talaga. Kasi, it's not as if harassment is new. Hindi naman bago yung harassment eh. Actually, matagal na siya nangyayari. It's just that our government, fortunately, is more active in supporting yung mga minorities natin and yung mga women workers natin. Fortunately then for the Philippines, we have a considerably higher gender equality ratio. Pero
to be fair, feeling ko compared sa ibang bansa, ang Pilipinas.
Relatively, but we still have a lot to go.
Yeah, of course.
Malayo pa rin yung pwede nating marating. It's just that, yun nga, for the privileged, which are, honestly, kami, we consider ourselves, ewan ko sa inyo, pero charot lang. No. I can speak for them. We consider ourselves, kasi when you walk into UP, you have to consider yourself as privileged.
Educationally privileged.
Educationally, and that means socially as well. that means we know better. That means we have more voice. That means that voice we have to use for something better.
And sabi nga ni Spider-Man, okay, gas naman eh. Wag na nga. Wag na nga, wag na.
Infinity End ba yun?
Ayoko, hindi. Hindi, sabihin na natin para with great power or with great learning or with great knowledge comes great responsibility or actually voice.
Medyo nadikdik kasi talaga sa atin ng UP yun no? Yung, honor and
Di ba, bago, di ba?
serve the people.
Honor, excellence, service ba yung pangatlong dinagdag?
Hindi ko alam
May
kasi
dinagdag, diba?
bago ba yun?
May dinagdag.
Baka graduate na kami nun.
Oo, graduate rin ako nun eh. Honor, excellence, service ata.
Pero alam namin, service to the people. We were brought up thinking that we have to serve the people and whatever privileges that we enjoyed, we have to pay it forward. And that's what we're trying to do now in our own little ways. It might not seem a lot right now, pero yung sa sphere namin, kasi it's very personal for us. We are mothers first. We are women first before we are business owners. So kahit hindi namin gawin yung Happy Hive, these are the things we try to fight for. Kahit di kami kumita, you will see us out there doing these things or fighting for these things.
Yeah. In fact, we have partnerships. So, meron kami yung very active si Rina. She's a founder of Bailaya as well. So, that's a women feminist organization. No? Hindi lang ako active doon, pero member din ako. Hello, Bailaya.
Hi, Twy.
Yeah. Hi, Twy. Shout out na naman. Yeah. So, it really like, sa lahat ng antas ng aming parte ng buhay, we really try to embody our rights as women and also hindi lang naman yung pagiging feminist eh. Kasi a lot of people's like, feminist, ganyan. Pero yung sa amin is like, just treat us the same. Just treat us the same, diba? As equals as men, we can do whatever you guys can do, no? We can work kahit na may mga anak kami, ganyan. So, yun lang naman. Yun yung hinihingi namin, no? So, yeah, yun lang naman yung what we're fighting for. Or what
Actually, ang ganda ang ganda ng ganitong business kasi business, of course, business is business, may kita, pero at the same time, yung ginagawa mo is may impact.
Yeah.
Ano na naman tayo, pero may meaning and may change din na nagagawa. And at the same time, kumikita ka, so why not? Pa may ad si Iris, parang gusto mong salita.
Yan, wala tong anak eh. Pero babae siya.
Siguro, dagdag ko lang din na, of course, as women, part. We wanted the same opportunities as what is available for everyone sana. Parang equal lahat. And kung may disparity man in terms of economic, let's say, ma-close yung gap na yun. So how do we do that ba? Kasi parang in theory ang ganda pakinggan, 'di ba? Pero how do we do it practically? Ano yung mga measures na kailangan gawin? So, yun, that's what we wanted to explore, ganon. Kung paano ba natin siya mapapractice talaga. Ayun.
Education is evolving, and so are we. Introducing School Tech by Edfolio, your all-in-one school management solution. Built for schools of all sizes, School Tech bridges the gap between school and learning management. Driven by passion, School Tech makes educational technology accessible, affordable, and easy to use for schools everywhere. With an integrated approach, School Tech simplifies management across different departments and enhances efficiency in operations. School Tech transforms the way schools manage, teach, and learn. School Tech, taking school management solutions to the next level.
Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com, guided by one of our top experts.
Sige, actually, actually, ang dami pa naka-tune in, Pero lasing na tayo eh. So, De, tsaka I think 1.5 hours na rin tayo. Shout out lang tayo sa mga nag-comment dito. Noel Marfil, I think team nyo to. Nakita ko sa...
Liaison namin yan.
Good Eve, kakagising ko lang. Alan Antang, hello. Francis Funa, let's go Boss Iris. Woo. Selena Cruz Lopez, love you Tita Rina. Einen Chowder. Ayaw nga dapat na ni Rina. Kevin Rosnera, idol.
Sa yan? Our facilitator from Positive Workplace.
Lasing na po kami. Sige, na tayo parting words or parang ano yung, actually hindi ko alam po anong tatanungin ko sa huli. Pero, lang, final thoughts you want to impart before we end this inuman?
Final thoughts.
Iris mo na.
Final thoughts.
Sa buong usap. Actually, ang ganda. Tsaka mas luminaw sa akin yung, yeah, ako gusto ko. Kahit na lasing tayo dito. Maganda. Sige.
Ayos na rin ako. Ayun namin ako kasi.
Okay lang.
Saan siguro yan? Gusto ko lang i-emphasize yung huli ko nabanggit din na parang sobrang daming concept na parang maganda pakinggan, ganon, mga big ideas. But we should also focus kung paano ba natin siya ma-apply talaga. Yung mararamdaman tsaka maintindihan talaga ng lahat sana. Ayun. So, yun. Similar with, balikan ko lang kung saan nagsimula. So, work-life balance. So, for women, for mothers like Cheska, Rina, and our other partners then si Tita Ao, tsaka si Ate Lay. So, yun, parang, it's a big concept. So, let's make sure na nararamdaman talaga siya and nagagawa ng tama, maayos. So, yeah.
Hindi lang theory. Sige.
Yun. So for me, it's to build on what she said. It's to make it normal. Hindi lang siya na parang, wow, ang galing niya naman. Bakit? Di ba dapat ito talaga? Di ba dapat ito yung normal? So we don't want it to be special. We want it to be regular. Ayaw namin yung may itlog. Diba? Ayan, basta. Gusto lang namin regular lang siya. Okay, na hindi siya amazing. We don't want it to be amazing. We want it to be as normal as possible. That's the goal. Yun. So, yun yung goal, and at the same time, yung bridge between what the government is doing and what we're doing in our own companies. And that matters. That matters to the owners, that matters to the employees, that matters to the impact. Diba? So, syempre, priority yung income, pero what's the income for if you're destroying your employees, if you're not taking care of them, if you're destroying your values, right? So, parang pera lang pala yan. Ayun, that's for me. Let's make it normal.
Let's make it normal. Sige, Rina.
Grabe naman yung mga yan. Ako, siguro, I'll just borrow from the last webinar I said, the parting words ko. Pero this one, it hits near and dear. Kasi nga may mga bagay na kailangan namin gawin or pagdesisyonan sa office na that really made us parang embody this kind of principle, is that culture is what happens when no one is watching. So, in our building safer workplaces, what we advocate for is from the compliance to culture. And that culture is whatever you do when you have that conversation inside the room, when your personnel, when your staff are not looking in a boardroom, when you have to disagree or agree with a certain policy that's for them. And that's very close to me because yun yung kailangang araw-araw mangyari sa amin din. Kasi we are business owners, yes. And sometimes it's very tempting minsan, 'di ba, to look at the numbers and say, ito yung mas profitable. And when someone tells you na, hindi, unahin natin yung tao kasi yun yung gusto natin, 'di ba? And then you have to step back and realize tama. Yun talaga. So, when I say that culture is what happens when no one is watching, it's not just like what, yun nga, yung sabi ni Iris, it's not just a theory or not just a quotable quote. It's what you have to contend with every day, even if it seems very hard. Even if it's like supposedly money in your pocket already and then you kailangan mong itaya para sa tao mo because that's for your people and that's what you intended to do at first or along the way. So, when you do business, I hope na yung mga business owners out there, hindi lang for profit talaga. Kasi when you do that, parang it takes the soul out of it, don't you think? Kasi gusto mo ng purpose around that eh. You can make money out of a lot of things, but iba yung adrenaline rush when you affect a lot of people. Parang when you make people's lives better. So, yun, sana makita ng mga startups na there is ROI in investing in their people, in making compliance work for them instead of working for your compliance.
And if the people feel safe and protected, baka ma-double yung productivity din.
Actually may study dyan. Attend ka ng seminar. I'll present that study.
May special seminar.
I have links for that.
Ayun, anyway, sige, thank you, no? Actually, di ko in-expect na magiging makabuluhan ng ating panelo.
Grabe!
Wala.
Mas nakakainom.
Yeah, hindi. Hindi, tsaka mas honest. Mas honest. Yeah,
Buti talaga hindi ka na-cancel.
Hindi tayo makakancel. Sana. Hindi. Sige, thank you very much, Iris, Cheska, Rina. Baka lang meron dyan man nakikinig na interested sa Happy Hive. So, paano ba sila pumunta dito? Baka na-attract sila sa culture and sa Dole compliance. Sino ba pwede mag-plug lang?
Ikaw mag-plug.
So if you want to drop by our co-working space, it's located at 105A Matimtiman Street, Secatuna Village, Quezon City. We're near Bayantel.
Sa Malingap.
Along Bayantel is along Malingap. But if you want to reach us in the internet, you can visit our website happyhiveinc.com, or you can email me, Rina, REENA @happyhiveinc.com. Telulu.
Ayun. Okay na.
Sige, thank you, and salamat sa mga nakainom. Salamat. Naka-double digits din tayo kanina naman. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you very much to our 67 patrons. This episode is super powered by Aslex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. Pahatid PH, B2B logistics solutions provider specializing in third-party logistics, micro-warehousing, and micro-fulfillment services. Digital Workforce Group, connecting Filipino professionals with global opportunities and helping businesses scale through recruitment, remote staffing, executive search, and more. Nascent Batteries, energy technology startup specializing in sodium-ion battery technology as a safer, more sustainable alternative to conventional batteries. Level Up Talent Solutions, delivering Lean Pro talents, highly trained, AI-ready, business-savvy professionals who plug into your operations and power your growth. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest-growing market insights tech company with its data-gathering platform Hustle PH. Cloud CFO, expert accounting, tax, and payroll services for SMEs and startups, using smart technology to deliver actionable financial insights. Architect Space Solutions, provider of ground station services, space data analytics, and technology supplies to grow the Philippines' role in the global space ecosystem. DV Code Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Argum AI makes smarter decisions by presenting both sides of an issue as argued by two distinct AI models. Pixel by ePlayman. Turn content into opportunity, grow deeper connections, and earn more. Only with Pixel. Sign up at pixel.eplayman.co. School of Profits, Filipino-led community for aspiring freelancers, VAs, agency builders, and online earners. Built to help you start, grow, and earn online together. Founders Launchpad, our ecosystem partner. Early-stage accelerator providing venture capital funding, operational support, and mentorship. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. SmileChecks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. Wonderbrand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. This episode is powered by Airship Logistics, Pareto Consulting, Josie AI, Uplift Codecamp, Board Prep, Kansan Barley, Eastpoint Business Outsourcing Services, Filipina Home-Based Moms, Hex Colony, Sugbo Doc, Algacon Aquafeeds, One Algae, Grey Wolf Technologies Philippines, and Sirius MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.